Okay.
You gonna say something about the breakfast?
Yes, definitely.
¿Qué tú haces?
Sorry, my friend asked me a question.
Tell him that he can wait, that you're in the middle of
Why are
something.
you assuming it's a him?
Because it will be a him.
It's not a him, I promise it's not.
Sure, it's okay. It's about time.
Right? It's me, Julissa, with my tia Carmen. When I did the Q&A and you guys asked me what my favorite food is,
My aunt really makes everything so good.
I can eat Dominican breakfast for breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, siesta, fiesta, everything in between. Today is the day that I got my tia. She's gonna show you how to make a typical Dominican breakfast that we call tres golpes. Tres golpes means 1, 2, 3 hits, which I'm not really sure why they call it that because it's a few more than 3 hits. Good old plátanos, queso de freír, fresh white cheese for frying. Then you have the fried salchichon, which is salami, right?
Dominican salami.
Dominican salamis. Longaniza, which is Dominican sausage. Fried eggs, and we're gonna have some fried onions. Everything fried, which is probably why it tastes amazing. We're not gonna get into the sodium content of
No.
these
If
two.
you're on a diet, don't try this. Don't do this at home.
Yeah. This is the type of meal that honestly I would consider more of a brunch because it'll hold you over for many hours after you eat it. You'll see how it all comes together, so let's get into it.
Yes. I'm going to show you how to peel a plantain because a lot of people don't have any idea on how to get to the bottom of it without actually
To the core of these plantains.
to the core of the plantains. So here we go. You cut off the head and the bottom, cut in the middle like this, very lightly, not too deep into the cáscara, the skin.
The skin.
The skin comes off easily as soon as you do that. Most grocery stores, supermarkets have the green plantains by the bananas, where the bananas are, because this is the cousin of the banana. Instead of potatoes, Dominicans eat more plantains than potatoes. We have mashed potatoes when your stomach is delicate, you have a mashed potato, but when you want to eat, this is really good.
When your
So,
stomach is delicate.
Yeah,
Do you know how heavy mashed potatoes are?
yeah, because it's lighter than the plantains.
Okay, now something really important to point out is how to pick the perfect plantains.
It has to be nice and green. Not quite yellow, but not quite green. That means you're gonna have a plantain that is like not too sweet and not too regular like it's supposed to be.
Green ones you make mangú, and what we're gonna show you today,
Tostones too.
tostones as well. And then the yellow ones, you make maduros, which is a lot sweeter.
What I do is I slice it in the middle, like so. It's so green that it's actually crunchy.
You hear that crunch? ASMR on the plátanos. Only on It's Me, Julissa.
I have some water boiling because I'm going to have to put the longaniza to boil a little bit so the fat comes out easier. You don't want to deep fry it right off the bat because then it's going to be too greasy. Cut your sausages in pieces.
How long would you say you need to boil the plátanos for?
On a regular, I would say half an hour.
About half an hour you want to boil your
Because
plantains.
I want it to be nice and soft.
And you want to cut the longaniza in about
It doesn't, but just in pieces.
Oh, okay.
It could,
Inch and a half.
it could be small, it could be big. It depends on how many people are eating. It has
Super flavorful.
Yes, yeah, because it has the pork meat, oregano, sour orange. It has all those ingredients.
Pork
so
usually has enough
I'm gonna put
flavor.
it in to cook.
Let me tell you, one thing about Dominican breakfast, it'll wake you up. And as soon as you smell that breakfast being made, all of a sudden you're like, oh, time to get up.
Your father would have it for lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
For breakfast and dinner.
I get that from my dad. I can have Dominican breakfast any time of the day. I like how we're matching today. Pink vibes.
Isn't that something? Halfway of the plantains cooking, you're going to want to add some water so that it's really tender and very soft when you take it out to smash it. The longanizas are cooking, plantains are boiling. I'm going to start with the salami. And
This
you're going
is salchichon.
you're going to cut it. Don't be afraid, because I know how to use a knife. I don't show somebody else, but okay.
Yeah, that's
and
all
then
you.
Peel it.
Carmen, has Julie ever cooked for you?
Yeah. Is that a yes or no question?
I don't think I've ever cooked for you.
No, you haven't. You know you haven't.
No.
Okay, so you slice your salami. Let's leave the stories for later. Así está bien.
Yeah, what would you say? Como, how many inches?
I don't measure salchichon. You don't measure salami.
Well,
You just
I'm just saying.
cut it because obviously if you do it a little bit thinner, it's going to be crispier when you fry it.
Nice and crispy around the rim.
Around the rim, yes. The cheese is supposed to be fried, but because it's already so rich, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I just heat up with a little bit of oil at the bottom, let it get golden and crispy, and then you turn it around and just put it on the plate. It doesn't take too long because it melts right away.
This cheese is specifically for frying.
For frying, yes.
It's so hard for me to find this cheese on the West Coast.
I like to taste it. Sometimes it could be very salty. We don't like salty. So I'm gonna rinse it.
Yeah, I know the steps.
She just doesn't know how to do it. Julie.
I guess I'll be watching my own show.
You cut the slices, not too thin. And
I
not
would
too
ask
thick.
her, but we know the answer.
So we're done slicing the cheese. I like my organic eggs because the yolk is yellow, really yellow, like it's supposed to be. I don't like that pale yolk. It's cheaper, but not better.
Invest in the eggs, people.
Where's my things? My fuente.
All right, but everything is on that.
Oh, here? Okay, let me get the one that's
Oh,
wider.
it's here.
That
You
dish.
put this on the floor dirty?
What's it on?
No, americano, te digo.
Los hombres.
Los hombres.
Man.
I didn't know where to put it. We had to clean it up.
Man, it's not clean though.
Well, I didn't know it. I thought we were done with it.
Who puts dirty dishes on the floor?
He was just trying to get away from it. You get everything away from the counter, so
That's a rookie mistake.
All right, I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I'm going to mash my plantains here.
Basically, mangú is, in my opinion, mashed potatoes of plantains.
A version of yeah.
Longaniza is going.
Yeah.
Boiling.
The longaniza is gonna fry itself in its own fat. We don't have to add any oil.
I can explain a little bit here. This is gonna get fried, but you know things that are fried cook a lot quicker. So in the meantime, while that's going, because boiling obviously takes longer, the plantains are gonna take about 30 minutes. Then the longaniza, that takes some time as well. So in the meantime, you start prepping all your other things.
I'm the type of cook that as I cook, as I go, I try to clean, because by the time you're done, I will not sit down at the table with a mess in the counter and the sink, and I can't take it. Like now.
I know, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay.
I know that's my job today.
Okay. There's a term that they use in Dominican para recocer, so that it really cooks through. When you put cold water in it, it starts boiling again, then it'll be done cooking.
That longaniza starts cooking pretty quickly because you boiled it first. So you put a little bit of the water so it starts getting tender.
You cover it actually so
Cover
that
it.
it cooks. And let it boil, and as it boils, the fat starts coming out.
The water starts evaporating, the fat starts doing its thing. I'm gonna move the plátanos
Where
back
you-
here.
No.
No, I'm not gonna move the plátanos.
No, because you wanted to finish cooking, and put it here, Julie. I'm gonna move it.
Okay. Whoa.
So this is already fried, and I'm gonna take a paper towel and put it on a plate so that it drains. I'm gonna show you what it looks like once it's cooked. Okay?
That cooked pretty fast. I wish you guys could taste this, but you will when you make it on your own.
If you live in Florida, where am I?
This one.
If you live in Florida, it's easy to find any grocery
Well, South
store.
Florida, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, South Florida. Well,
Boom. Dominican sausage longaniza.
I'm leaving the plantains to mash it for last because you don't want it to sit there while I do the cheese and fry the eggs and all that.
Another thing I'm gonna prep while she does that, since we're gonna do a lot more frying, some more paper towels on deck.
I'm going to just oil the pan, not too much,
So about
a cupful or a tablespoon.
a cup or a tablespoon. You decide.
It has the same amount, I believe, because it looks the same.
Oh, a cap.
So this is what you do. You just oil your pan.
Cast iron, you don't ever really wash. Those you just rinse. I know enough. You see, I got some knowledge in the kitchen now. Because you like it nice and seasoned, so the flavors kind of just get embedded in that nice cast iron.
Okay.
There you go.
I tasted it again and it's still salty. Some people don't care, but I think that it takes away from the fried cheese when it's too salty.
Oh, yo te tengo que decir, yo intentando cocinar los tres golpes, como no tienen el queso en Los Ángeles, compré un queso blanco más salado. Oh my gosh, I bought this white cheese to fry. Sorry, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot. So
She went into Dominican mode.
yeah, I was telling my aunt how I tried to make this for my friends, and it was an emergency. I tried to make this for my friends in LA. Oh, it was so salty and it just melted. And
But
it
I'm
was,
surprised that because it's a lot of Mexican cheese, good Mexican cheese.
yes, but it wasn't hard like this. You see how this cheese is specifically for frying? You see how solid it is?
That's true.
The one I found was a disaster.
Oh, yay! I got a spatula
Oh, wow. We get excited about spatulas.
for my eggs and the cheese.
But look how quickly it fries.
Ideally, you want to deep fry it. You can do that with this cheese if you wrap it in the cornstarch or flour, or even this, just pick it up right away because it's gonna start melting.
It's kind of like when you have pizza. All my New Yorkers know what I'm about to say. And you have a slice, and you take some of those napkins and kind of pat it.
Yeah.
Similar concept.
Okay, so now I'm gonna put a little bit more oil to the pan for the salami to fry in. I'm watching you. So for those of us, health consciousness is important. It's not that oily and it's really good. So you fry your salami.
Again, the reason why this meal is so great is because the majority of it is fried.
Everything fried is good.
Everything fried
I
is
love
better.
bacon. Everything is better with bacon.
Wow, that is nice. And the goal is to make it look all effortless like this. So when I fry things, I'll be like, I play like double Dutch. I don't want to get burned.
Oh, you fry things?
I fry things.
When?
I do.
Okay.
I have.
All right. We'll leave it like that.
Gotta have a red onion and some red wine vinegar.
This is a big onion.
Since we talked so much about Dominican Republic, I feel as if maybe should we take a trip to the Dominican Republic?
I'm going.
Wow,
So
look
this is
at that.
done.
Who wants some protein?
Okay. So I chop my onions. Red onions is preferably because the sweet taste of the other onion is not as good as this when you mix it with the salt. You don't put too much vinegar, move it around so when you fry it, it's not gonna splatter all over the place. Now we're gonna go to the eggs.
Leave the plantains on low while they're still in the water boiling.
It's okay, you can leave them usually about 15-20 minutes, but it's taking this long because it's a lot more plantains that I usually use. Plus, I want to leave it for last because mangú, you can't just leave it sitting around. You
No.
have to eat it
Fresh. The plantains will get hard. You'll see the consistency that they need to be.
I don't use butter for the eggs, I use oil. When you do with butter, it doesn't come crisp around the edge.
Let me make sure this crisp is good.
It doesn't need to be that much oil, just grease the pan.
I'm actually glad that I can't find this in LA because it would be a real big problem. I'll move this out of the way.
How many eggs should I make? Let me have another one.
Do you guys hear the sound of it all? She's just breaking up the egg.
So I'm going to start working on my plantains now. And I'm gonna show you a secret. You just don't take out the plantains and you mash them. You add a little bit of the water that you were boiling it in, the texture comes out smooth.
Kind of like pasta water, but this isn't pasta, so it's gonna be plátano water.
And then you sort of like do this first.
You break them up. See how nice and soft?
Put your
So
butter
you would say
in.
about how much butter that is?
2 tablespoons.
You wanna gradually add your
To
butter.
start, keep adding some plantains.
Remember, the eggs are doing their thing. You leave the eggs alone, you put them on low.
Because you don't want to eat cold eggs.
Exactly.
Okay.
No one wants cold eggs.
Huevo frío.
You don't want your huevos to get frío.
No, you don't.
I would say that's another 2 tablespoons.
Whatever, it's just a quarter bar or 2 bars. Okay.
Wow, this is some fresh mangú right here. So now that the consistency is about what you see,
Yeah.
now the eggs, you can get it up to, so just go all the way to high.
Put it all the way up.
No plátano gets left behind.
I'm originally from Santiago. My mom came to New York in 1959. I was not quite 13 when I came to New York. Okay, so if you find that the consistency is too thick, you can go over to the water because this is, you do as you go. You add a little bit of the water from the plantains and you mix it in.
So the right mixture of the water and the butter, we would tell you what that is. When you're cooking with my tia Carmen, use common sense and eyeball it.
So this is gonna be the mangú.
You hear those eggs?
Wow, another spatula.
Yes. Yeah, that looks nice. How old would you guys guess this spoon is?
Originating from New York to the Dominican Republic and back,
From Dominican
Moved to
Republic,
Florida.
New York, Florida,
back to New York,
back to New York,
now Georgia.
now Georgia.
I love Georgia. I'm a Georgia peach now, yes.
Anyone
so-
looking for a housewife?
So here we go, we're gonna put a little bit of the oil because we're gonna
Just a little bit.
saute the
Whatever a
onions.
little bit is to you, you do that. And the onions are gonna do their thing.
Can I have some ice water, please?
Yes.
Takes no talent to do this. You don't want to overcook your onions
You don't
either,
wanna
but
overcook your onions either.
te voy a matar.
Well, my mom lives in Dominican Republic, so the closest person that I can get this type of food from is my tia Carmen.
And she's not jealous.
No, because there's a couple things that my mom makes that no one else can make.
Okay. We're on TV. So here we're gonna put the salami on the side.
Presentation, people, presentation. And then some longanizas.
The onions are cooked. See how they're not really caramelized, but they've been cooked already. You're gonna scoop up your onions. Se le agrega.
Se le agrega.
It
Yes.
means to add.
Means to add.
And then
Look at that fried deliciousness.
And
Wow.
there you go.
Please, somebody find some royalty-free merengue for this. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
I get really excited over this. This is my absolute favorite dish. Dominican breakfast. Ey, ey. Los tres golpes. Ey.
Another thing that goes with this is avocados.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But we don't have the avocados today because I guess they're out of season. It is November.
This is a really, really baby serving, but we're just gonna do a tasting, I guess.
Yes.
And what I like to do is just kind of mash everything together and then just
Get in a piece of onion
get a piece of onion
with a piece of salchicha.
with a piece of salchicha and a piece of queso.
Oh my God. Well, she's busy now.
You forget that you're filming a show.
I thought we were wrapped, my bad. Mi gente, my friends, Los Tres Golpes brought to you by my tia Carmen.
Give yourself an hour and a half for that.
Just say, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you try and make this recipe if you have the time. You'll really enjoy it.
What she said.